ever just make you go, and then you just smile eventually? So do mine. Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about passive-aggressive roommates. So we've all lived with, or will soon live with, roommates that we don't necessarily get along with. And a lot of the times we don't really know how to handle these people that can be either passive-aggressive, always angry, just kind of demeaning, always bringing you down. Depends on what kind of roommate you're living with. But a lot of the times we don't like the roommates that we end up living with. A few tips to help you if you're dealing with passive-aggressive roommates. Tip is do not get back and do not get even. You're not going to feel better by getting back at them just because they did something to you that you didn't like. Maybe they, I don't know, took your favorite movie. Let's just say that's an example. So you left your movie out on a counter, you were going to put it away, and then when you went back out there, they took it and then they denied taking it. And you know that they took it because you don't have it or whatever reason. You just know that they have it, or you saw them take it and they have it. Either way, do not get back and do not get even. It's not going to make you feel any better by doing the same thing that they did to you. And honestly, it's going to harsh your karma. It's going to ruin your karma. So if you're trying to get back in the best of ways. Be kind, be polite, and maybe eventually that DVD will just kind of pop its head under a couch or something, and you'll find that. Okay? So please don't get back, don't get even, just kind of deal with it. You know, is to not feed into the negativity. Don't give them what they want. So a lot of the times when people push our buttons and constantly poking the bear with a stick, what's going to happen? The bear is going to snap. It's going to bite your hand off, okay? So don't poke bears with sticks, guys. Really, don't poke bears with sticks. But anyways, so don't feed into the negativity. If they want to be negative and have a bad day and try to ruin your day, just don't let them. Don't let them have any power over your emotions whatsoever. Keep the gossip at a minimum. And what that means is go ahead and gossip. Gossip is a natural thing that we humans do, but gossip in the right ways. Now, don't just say bad things about your roommates that you don't like just to say bad things about them because you don't like them. Don't do that. Now, that's going to end you up with some bad karma. And, well, guess what? They don't like you either, okay? So, accept it. Just move on and don't gossip about my boyfriend. I'm a Leo and he's a Sagittarius. The other couple, they're a Leo and an Aries couple. So we're both two fire sign couples. Do you know what happens to two fire sign couples that are passive aggressive? We explode. And I mean we explode. There have been so many times that the gossip has literally just exceeded any expectation that you can believe, and we just explode on one another. We have no other choice, but we're just yelling and screaming at one another because that's all that's left. And we have never been the same ever since. So please keep the gossip to a very, very strong minimum so that doesn't happen to you. You guys, is if your roommates just don't like you, they just don't like you, and they're never going to like you. Now, my roommate's girlfriend has never, ever liked me, and I have done almost literally nothing but try to be her friend. And towards the end of our time here, our lease is up in May, so we only have about 3 more months of this, which is great. If anything like me, you have to accept that there are people in this world that aren't going to like you, and literally is the hardest thing to do. I'm literally like the golden retriever of humans, so it still sucks. It's not the best living situation, and at times we've, especially, you know, after we've blown up, we've come to common ground so many times, and then we're right back at the beginning talking shit about one another. Like, I literally will sit in my room and hear them talking about our mess in the kitchen. Just because I didn't feel like freaking cleaning. I'm the only one that cleans in the house. Let me get that straight. Let me let you guys know. I am the only freaking person that cleans in this.
I did the dishes for them all the time. Can they do my dishes for me once? I think they cleaned up the kitchen once, and then I had the balls to say to me and my boyfriend as we're walking out and about to leave and go somewhere. I think we're going on a date.
Hey guys, let's keep the kitchen clean for next time. Sometimes you just want to kill them, but you can't. You can't kill your roommates, guys. Don't kill your roommates.
Fifth and final tip. This last tip is just to keep the peace, guys. Do your very best to do what you can to keep the peace. You know, if they're arguing and complaining about your dirty, messy mess in the kitchen, then just go out and clean it. That's what I do. If they don't put your dishes in the dishwasher, then just keep putting their dishes in the dishwasher. That's what I do. If they're arguing about the laundry or whatever it could possibly be, just, you know. I'm not saying to give in and do exactly what they want. Obviously, do it at your own pace. And, you know, whenever you decide for you want to do this. But I'm keeping the peace. You know, I say hello even if they don't say it back. And it's not the boy. You may think it's the girl that's really passive aggressive. And a lot of the time she doesn't even live here. The girlfriend doesn't even live here. And she'll come in, complain about the mess, saying that she cleans up. And then I went back out there and nothing was clean. I was all excited hearing her talk about how messy the kitchen is and she's gonna go clean it up, or that she's tired of cleaning up after people. And then I was like, cool, so she's cleaning up the kitchen. I was like, that's great, because I really didn't want to do that today. And then I walk out there and all of my mess and their mess is combined and nothing's cleaned. I was like, so don't complain! But with that being said, oh well. Just keep the peace. And then guess what happened after that? I did the dishes. Mainly our problem is the dishes in the kitchen, because a lot of the times I cook and then I don't feel like cleaning. But what I've been starting to do and what I did before many times and many times after and again and again and again, I just do the dishes right after I'm done cooking or you know, juicing or whatever, making smoothies. I just clean it up. And a lot of the times there are some days that, like, I'm very busy and I can't. And those are the, you know, those one days in a clear blue sky. There's that little tiny cloud, that one tiny day, and they just have to complain. So you're always going to have problems. You're always going to have these hurdles that life is throwing at you. You say that you're a peaceful person. Life will test you. I got that from test you. Like, all right, Deja. Let's see how you do with these roommates. And my gosh, has it been a trip, let me tell you. But I got through it. We're slowly just easing towards the end, and then we're home stretch. And it's no more of this. So those are my tips for dealing with crazy roommates. Because at times, if you couldn't tell, I just had to rant. But at times, it becomes a little bit too much to handle. Too much to handle. But you still have to do it. The sad thing is, yeah, definitely don't hang out with them on the extra. If you don't like them or like who they are or want to resemble anything that they are as a person, then don't chill with them on the side. And I have made the mistake of doing that. Like I said, I want everyone to like me. And I was like, why does she not like me? I just don't understand why she doesn't like me. But accept it. And I have released it. And now I've accepted that I'm never going to hang out with her, because guess what? That's just not the person I want to be. And it's just that simple. Keep the peace, guys. Breathe. Take deep breaths in and out, especially when dealing with passive-aggressive roommates. Alright, guys, so that's the end of this video. If you liked it, leave me a thumbs up. As always, comment below letting me know how your roommates are. And, you know, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. All right, guys. I love you, and I will see you later. Bye. Mwah.